The Panthers Poundcast is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are solely those of the presenters and in no way reflect the views of the Panthers organization. Listener discretion is advised.
You got it.
This is Panthers Poundcast. Panthers Poundcast. I'm Los Pantera.
Jamaica's Plow in the house.
Master Splinter.
Welcome back, guys.
Hello, Mr. Los.
Another Sunday in the man cave.
What day is it? April something?
Yeah,
The Master Splinter.
I think it's the 10th.
That's the one. 410. 10 days away from not a real holiday.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking
Me neither.
about. No clue.
None.
I'm lost right now.
Where?
Who?
What are we talking about?
The Panthers.
Well,
the
yeah,
Carolina
yeah,
Panthers
let's
and the
Let's
NFL.
start with
It's the Poundcast. We just talk about the Panthers.
let's start with some Panthers news. Panthers signed defensive tackle Kyle Love. I should say re-signed defensive tackle Kyle Love
Much
to
love.
a
Big old fatty.
extremely team-friendly 1 year, $760,000.
Welcome
deal.
back, fat boy.
These
So-
guys are taking the money. They want to win. They like know how close they came in. We almost won the Super Bowl last year.
We saw next year's
Got it.
script.
We
It's
got
in
it.
there.
Exactly. We know. We know what's up.
We have one of the best defensive tackle groups I've ever seen.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
I firmly believe that's probably the strongest position group on our team. Like one would have to say that it's either that or the linebackers.
Yeah, I'd still go linebacker.
But
They're awesome.
yeah,
Instantly, I think
They have cool names. Latulale, Solai, Lilu.
KK.
Yeah, you know. I'm down.
Solia.
That guy.
Soliai.
And it's cool that we took like the one good part of the Falcons too. That's cool.
So, the Panthers also added a punter, Mike Pilardi. He will be in competition with our favorite Panther player that hasn't taken a snap yet.
Swayze Waters.
Unfortunately, Swayze wins based on name alone.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
Sounds
Michael.
like some sleepy island off of South Carolina.
It sounds like
Swayze Waters.
after he punts, a gentle breeze is going to carry that ball
Exactly.
all the way down the field.
To the 2-yard line and bounce out of bounds.
Exactly. And finally, the last piece of Panther news we got is former backup center Fernando Velasco has signed with the Buffalo Bills. So we wish him the best while
Sorry.
wishing him the worst at the same time.
Well, he wished himself the worst signing in Buffalo.
yeah.
Good
Who
luck
the
with
fuck
that.
wants to go to Buffalo?
No
Rex
one.
Ryan. He's got a system of winning up there. He's going to start establishing.
But you have to
Buffalo.
live in
No, he's not.
Buffalo.
That's right. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing to do in Buffalo.
There's
like-
enjoy misery.
What was it?
Well, yes,
Last
yes.
year that they had like fucking 5 feet of snow or some bullshit where
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire city got shut
There's
down?
a casino.
Fuck that. There's a casino?
That's all I like
All
about
right,
Buffalo.
That's we drove.
Oh,
out
you
that
been?
way.
Yeah, well, I went to go to Canada, and then we got thrown out because of Brett Lee. And
You got
then-
thrown out of Canada?
Yeah, we didn't make it very far in there. And then we had to stay in Buffalo. We went to the game. That was the year that we sucked in the beginning. We went 1-3 and then won 9 games straight.
Hell
When
yeah.
Norman got benched at the Buffalo game, I was there to watch Norman blow the touchdown. That was
Oh,
fun.
that's right. The fucking EJ Manuel touchdown.
Yep.
Oh,
Last second,
fuck
Josh
that.
Norman blown coverage. I was there, saw it in the flesh. Second row was great.
No, I was ready
you
for
saw
that.
Captain Munderland yelling at him after the play?
I saw everyone yelling at him. I was yelling at him. It was terrible. But then Norman became great. So what do you do?
What are you going to do?
Adversity makes us.
And then
Was
there
that
did-
Munderland?
I don't remember. Who cares? Let's not remember shitty stuff like that. Well, let's go. You did forget about
Oh.
Charles Johnson telling Greg Hardy to shut his mouth.
Yeah, actually, a couple of Panthers did. Former Panthers, anyway. Steve Smith also kind of got on him. Said, what, did she trip on the carpet? And
He just blasted him, basically.
yeah, I mean, Steve, his mother is a survivor of domestic violence, and he's gone on record a number of times saying that he's a supporter of the cause of domestic violence. So
He's a supporter of the cause.
yeah.
What is the cause?
Alcohol, I guess.
It's like, hey, domestic violence.
Yeah, he is a he is a domestic violence supporter. No.
Me too.
And apparently so is Greg.
Greg Hardy's innocent.
It basically,
So is Bill Cosby.
And
Greg
Kim Jong-il.
Hardy
Yeah,
is
so innocent.
not going to play for another team in this league. I
That's a
don't
bold
think.
prediction. There are some pretty shitty people out there that will sign in for like $12 an hour.
Yeah, they're usually named the Cowboys, and they've already tried that.
They're still the Raiders and the Browns.
The Raiders, what the fuck do they need him for? They've got fucking Mac.
Doesn't matter. No, he might not. I'm just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I really don't think that there's a team because
this is a lot for a team to take on. To deal with this publicity, freaking abortion happening in front of everybody, like him trying to salvage his career and his character all in the same spot.
well, think about it this way. Even if he came back and said, let's say, 8 sacks a year, but he is constantly embarrassing your organization.
Do you think he can get back to the level where he was before? And because a guy
I don't
like
think
that
he's the-
athletically, you can't imagine he's going to sit on the couch for very long.
I don't think that he's there mentally. I think that there is something legitimately wrong with Greg Hardy. Like, I think that he has something wrong in his head.
The whole Hogwarts Kraken thing is
Well-
the early signs of mental illness.
And for what?
Yeah,
Early
we
signs.
should have known by
He's
that
calling
point.
himself the Kraken. But to be fair, while he was here in Carolina, we all, and the three of us included, we all fed into that. We fed his ego and we fed the delusion that he was above
Right.
any kind of punishment or...
How can you blame him being in that situation?
Oh, I can blame him pretty fucking hard, but...
right. No, of course. Right.
But this
But
is
you can make excuses for him.
Yeah,
he's not beating
but
up on
that's
you.
what he's doing is he's making excuses for himself.
Yeah, that's it. He just needs.
I'm going to interject a
past it.
rumor has it right now into this very
Oh
moment.
God!
Rumor has it.
But this is a real rumor, like for real.
Oh,
Usually,
real.
like seriously,
Yeah.
all seriously, I can't name, but seriously, there's a restaurant in Charlotte to where the waiter there who writes me checks when I deliver wine to this fucking place.
Yes, I know. What are you talking about?
He knows that bitch, Nicole Holder, whatever her fucking name is.
The
And
one who was skiing in Colorado when she's supposed to be
the gold digging whore.
Right.
That
exactly.
one. Not saying you deserve to get beat up, not saying you didn't though, bitch. Anyhow.
Well,
moving on.
here's my thing: is nobody deserves to get beat up like that, and especially
That's not true. Like what about the fucking Fidel Castro?
Bro,
not what I
listen,
meant.
when I see, and I'm not to play down clearly domestic violence, I am definitely an anti-domestic violence supporter. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to say. Is that what it is now?
You
don't have
you
to be
are
PC.
against domestic
Just so you know, I'm
violence.
against
You don't have to be
domestic
PC on this show, Los
Yeah.
Panteras, you
Just so you
foreigner.
know. No, I just want to incriminate myself on the fucking podcast.
Whatever.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah,
Oh.
good point.
That's why I had that one.
The guilty are the ones who have to profess innocence like that.
No, I think I changed my mental course there for a second. And I might not want to say what I want to say.
Oh boy,
Listen,
we're down to
I'll
slippery.
say-
Thanks a lot, Greg
I'm
Hardy.
gonna say-
See what you've done.
I used to work. I actually remember now. I used to work for Steve Wilkos show, and I've seen these guests that would.
Could you give a little background on Steve Wilkos? Who is that,
the
Carlos
guy, the
Panteras?
Jerry Springer guy. He's a morning talk show.
Not all of us are
TV
fancy TV people.
Well, I'm not trying to be fancy or anything, but
We're totally
my whole point
fancy
is there was always
TV
we had a lot of domestic violence stories on the show, so this was a good gauge of her wounds. That picture, the bruises or whatever. Honestly, if you're dating somebody named the Kraken, you're probably gonna have rough sex. I think that they both got fucked up. She was coked out of her mind, drunk off her ass. He was drunk too. Shit happens.
I don't know.
I've seen what I'm saying is I've seen worse domestic abuse than what happened to this girl.
Well, I don't think that you can judge it by the level of domestic abuse. It is still.
But look at it for the entire situation. Like I said, the gold digging whore.
Yeah.
Went
Steel Panther song.
Yeah, there you go. See, a little
Great
shout out to
jam.
Steel Panther. Went out and is not acting like she got beat up. She got paid. Let's just be honest here. She got paid. Let the guy play football.
She might have got beat up in the bar for being a bitch ass.
Feed back into the delusions, make him the great Kraken again. Physically could do it.
It doesn't even matter. We've spent way too much time on this, but
Talking about Greg Hart.
no, everyone is anti-violence cause supporting
Yeah,
domestic
Yeah.
look like a disclaimer on the
or
the
some
show
shit
something.
You
or whatever.
put it on there.
I do not condone domestic violence.
Only on Tuesdays.
But
Anyways,
this is two fucked up people that got into a fucked up
Twitter,
problem.
Twitter,
Let them play.
Twitter.
Twitter wins Thursday night football rights for less than $10 million.
Can you
Why?
explain what that
Tell
means
us
to the
why.
world, Splinter?
Seriously.
All
Why?
of the Thursday night football games will now be streamed live on Twitter.
Hooray! I
So
guess.
I guess that means that now, when you used to have to watch him on NFL Network or CBS or whatever the fuck station it was on,
Yeah, it was on CBS.
then you can now watch it on Twitter.
Who gives a hell?
Like,
Live streaming.
I mean, to be fair, that's free. I don't got cable anymore. Do you?
No, but I don't need it because I don't have illegal streaming services.
What?
Again, don't incriminate yourself on the
I just
podcast.
said I don't have that.
Yeah.
I know you're covering. You have it. You totally have it.
You're
You gave me
accusing me.
mine.
You're accusing me.
I'm sorry.
And
This
you're,
is a
you're
dangerous episode, folks.
Dun, dun, dun.
don't listen to anyone whose English is their second language.
Well, then let's take a break while I learn English. And we'll be right back.
This is Panthers Poundcast. Keep pounding.
It's jibber jabber.
It's what?
Jibber jabber.
One more time.
Jibber jabber.
Can you spell it?
No. G-I...
G. It's a J.
Yeah, like that was the one thing. Like,
English second language.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did not manage to learn English in the commercial break.
Damn it.
What good are you?
Mexicans are so lazy.
What
Spell
good are
jibber
you?
jabber.
G Q
X R.
Dickhead.
Jibber jabber.
Jibber jabber is what we have decided to call the main beef of the show, the main topic
The main thing.
that we make
Yeah.
up 3 minutes
Jibber
before we
jabber.
start recording.
What are we going to jibber jabber about today?
Well, since it is kind of slim pickings as far as news
The
these
offseason
days,
sucks.
yeah, we have decided to discuss who our least favorite Panthers are. Last week we talked about the people we think are going to break out, so we thought maybe this week we'll talk about our least favorite Panthers, and then next week we'll talk about our favorite Panthers. So, let's
we talk
start
about our
off.
favorite Panthers every week.
Whatever.
I love this part
Well,
of
I
my
mean,
life.
it's just great because you love to rant about your favorite fucking players.
Exactly. And your team. And
Yeah.
It just brings you closer to the season.
Your NFC's champion team.
But we've had some real shitty people here in Carolina, too, so...
Yeah,
True
so Well,
what about you, Jamaikas? What's up? Who's your least
No, you
favorite?
remember what you did to me last week? I'm passing
Yeah.
the torch to you first.
What? I took the torch last week.
Yep, your torch.
it's been passed, son.
I'm passing it back
It's been
to you.
passed, son.
Too late.
Come on,
son.
Los
You've been
Pantera.
served the
Well,
torch.
I mean, shit. Well, I mean, I guess we can make this whole jibber jabber about Jimmy Clausen. Call
Well,
it Jimmy Jabber.
I think that guy's on everyone's
Yeah,
list.
exactly. He's, I mean, at the same point, he's the reason we have Cam Newton.
True.
So, in a weird way, I guess.
2-14
So-
still really hurt.
That season, yeah, just killed, man.
he only won one of those games.
That's right.
Matt
Didn't Matt
Moore-
Moore win the
I was
other
gonna
one?
say Matt Moore was at least good.
He beat San
Solid enough
Francisco,
for the year.
sort of.
We won some good games with Matt Moore. We had that New York game.
Yeah.
Some of those games were the most painful games of my life, though.
Yeah.
The
Really
Miami
sad.
game against Ricky Williams.
Absolutely dreadful.
Oh God. But
So yeah, thanks for nothing, Jimmy Clausen, other than sucking to get us Cam. Hooray.
Other than that, I mean, like I was saying before, like, you know, I loved him when he was here. Same thing like Greg Hardy. And then when he does something fucked up or get cops attitude, I'm going to say Julius Peppers, clearly. It's one of my freaking
yeah,
favorites.
it's one of those guys that
But then he left.
and he left in kind of a it just kind of hurt a little more than a couple of other players that may have left.
Yeah.
It stung because you knew how good he was,
Exactly.
and you expected
what he meant
him
to this city.
You
and
expected
team.
him to stay, so that one still hurts a little bit.
Big-eared piece of shit.
True.
But
What-
yeah, that's mine. Joe Mikas, would you like your torch now?
Sure.
Motherfucker?
I'll have to go Dwayne Jarrett for one of my least favorite Panthers of all time. He was a piece of shit, first-round pick from USC, right?
USC, he was
Terrible.
Sorry, Dwayne Jarrett, if
he-
you hear, I don't think you're a bad person.
I do. I think you're a very bad person. When you're athletically gifted and you fucking suck so bad, you're a horrible fucking person. I am not fast or tall or able to jump or do anything fancy like that.
I can vouch for that.
And there you are with one professional NFL
You
touchdown.
got one job.
One touchdown in his whole career.
One job, one touchdown.
Yeah, he got one touchdown. I was there. I think you were there too. Like, he scrambled his ass off to get this touchdown. I was so lucky. Piece of shit. Anyway, he's always dropping shit in stupid white gloves. What an asshole. So he sucks. Thanks for nothing. And then, a more recent atrocity, one Byron Bell. Exactly. That sums up his fucking stat line of goodness. And he was just terrible. Pro Football Focus rated him
He's
regularly.
not bad. Byron Bell, I think you're a good person. You're just not a good football player.
He make excuses all the
Your
time.
family's lovely. We met your family in
his-
Houston.
his-
They're really nice.
Doesn't matter. His excuse, remember that? He was all like, "Oh, well, I'd like to see you play left tackle." Well, fuckface, I'm not a left tackle, so I don't.
That's
do
not
that.
my. That's not my job,
You have
motherfucker.
one job.
So yeah, fuck you, Byron Bell. Thanks for nothing. And I'm happy to see that I also read an article somewhere on the interwebs that rated Byron Bell the worst Tennessee Titan this season as well. So he's stinking it up 2 teams in a row.
Hey, he's still in the
And they're
NFL.
trying him all over the place. We tried him at right tackle. He was a below average right tackle.
Yeah.
We tried him at left tackle. He was an atrocious left
Michael
tackle.
Orr's not going to be able to replace Byron Bell.
Michael Orr kicked ass this last season.
Sure did.
But Byron Bell was put at offensive guard for the Tennessee Titans, and from everything that I've heard,
We're
he
guards.
was just not very
Yeah,
good.
no.
Anyways, there's me.
Yeah.
What about you, Splinter?
I'd have to start it off with just one moment that sticks out in my mind, and it was kind of a good summary of his entire career. Is the moment in Atlanta with Haruki Nakamura,
Oh.
and that moment where he just gets burned for the touchdown with just second,
no time
no
left.
time
in
left.
The fucking first row of the bleachers.
It wasn't a touchdown.
And still,
It was a 60-yard pass from the
That's
2-yard
it,
line.
That's right. And
I was-
what the
It
Matt
right there,
Bryant
the
kick.
edge of the field goal.
I was right there, and that was the get the fuck off our field day.
We were right there. That's what I'm saying. The following season, though, when what's his name, Joe Webb ran down Hester,
Yep.
could have totally changed the course of that game,
Mhm.
and we butt fucked the Falcons
34-3.
34-3. It was so awesome.
Good times.
For that. That was great.
See you
Sorry,
later.
Atlanta fans. We
No, we're not.
took
No.
your fucking house.
Yeah.
We do that every
I'm
season.
never-
I
sorry
apologize
for Atlanta.
sarcastically from time to time.
I don't.
And then the other person that I have on the list is there for obvious reasons is Greg Hardy, and that it's more like I feel betrayed because I stood up for him a number of times,
Quite a few times.
and it just
Was it 4 years? 5 years?
yeah, or I think it was 3 or 4 years, and I felt betrayed by him going out and doing something that's going to harm someone else, and me having stood up for this guy and said, no, he's not crazy. It was a hard lick for me to take when he was accused of the stuff that he is, and then
And for what's her name, the gold digger too. It was a hard.
I was about to say not as hard as she took. That's what I was thinking. You read my mind.
we ain't joke raiders.
But yeah, so those are mine. But since we got time, why don't we just go ahead and do who's your favorite Panther of all time, and let's just all rule out Steve Smith because
like a week or two to think about this.
do you need a
Who's your
week?
favorite Panther right now? Just spit
Yeah.
it out. Who cares? Stream of consciousness.
Wait a
Of
minute,
course,
Cam.
Cam.
That's
Me
right.
too.
Potts is the most
Dur.
fucking, important person.
And everyone else will go Luke.
Oh, well, come on.
That's whatever.
Yeah,
Luke, Cam,
exactly.
Olsen. Our whole
Yeah.
fucking team's pretty awesome.
Cam and Luke itself, you look in the grand scheme, like when the history, like these seasons will pass, like they are two of the greatest to ever play the game.
Well, I was watching this video. I can't even
And I know
remember
I'm a
who put
fan
it
and
out.
all, but
And they were counting down the top 5 Panthers of all time, and
Yeah.
number 3 was Cam Newton.
already there, right?
I mean, how can you argue against it? He's
Who's
been
number 3? Deshaun Foster.
number 3 was Cam Newton.
Oh, wow.
Poor listening
Of
skills.
all
Poor listening
the-
skills.
I'm out of here. I'm not
The
thinking.
best Panthers of all time. And Cam was at number 3. Of course, Steve was at 1.
Right.
I think Moose was at 5.
Who's at 2?
Sam Mills,
Sam Mills.
Oh, okay.
And then number 4 was
Delhomme, Casey. Who?
Bretton Bergson.
I can't freaking remember who was at number 4. But
can always
anyway,
look it up.
yeah, Cam Newton, number 3. You can't argue against it. He has been to as many Super Bowls as Steve Smith.
Sometimes they say Kevin Green or damn
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Reggie
Stephen
White.
Davis. They talk about for that big year.
Ugh, he sucked the following year, though.
He can't. He doesn't even fucking know who he is anymore. Didn't he lose his mind?
Who?
Stephen Davis due to the concussions and such.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think he is
I heard
having
he's
some
into a lot-
issues
lot-
with memory loss.
Yeah,
and
that
stuff
sucks.
like that. I think I did read an article about that.
I don't know though, but yeah, fuck Cam Newton's the man, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Josh Norman.
hell yeah.
I don't
Well-
know. I mean, I love all our Panthers that don't suck. My least favorite person on the team currently would probably be Brenton Bergson.
Who's your least favorite starter? There's you can't think of
That's a good
someone
question.
that like I don't know.
My least favorite starter would probably be an O lineman, if I had to pick.
Right.
I mean,
Like
maybe
Brian
maybe
Plum,
like
probably.
Rimmers, if you're still kind of harping on the Super Bowl, but he played pretty well the entire season.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Norwell, yeah.
I think that speaks to the quality of our team.
That's a,
Is who is your least favorite starter?
Good.
You
That's
got
awesome.
me.
Right. Exactly. That's a great feeling.
I guess you know what's weird? It'd be probably like Charles Johnson or something, and that's a good
Yeah,
problem.
that's an amazing problem to have.
Exactly.
Is the guy that just came off of an $80 million contract you feel is maybe your least favorite starter, and you still love him, and you think he can contribute, and you're still adding pieces. We got the draft coming up. We get a first-round pick.
Yep,
Right.
we'll be all right. You
This
never
is
know.
going to be great.
And you never know who might have a breakout year. Delaire could show up this year. You never know.
Hell yeah.
It could be a good season. It better be a good season.
I'm looking forward to preseason. We got
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to talk about that
preseason
shit.
Schedule came out.
Oh, that's
See,
right.
God, we suck.
Yeah.
I'm fired.
I learned
All right.
English today.
Listen here. Okay, preseason schedule. Week 1, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Steve Smith's last shot at the Panthers.
Till the Super Bowl this year when we see him.
The first preseason game, you're lucky you didn't get a full quarter out of
That's
him.
an
He might
interesting
not even play
prediction.
at all.
Why not?
What if he's nursing the?
We'll lose 3 in a row because
I don't
give
think
it to Steve.
I don't think there's a way Steve Smith misses his last chance to play against the Carolina Panthers.
No, he's gonna fucking play.
And he's gonna want that at least full quarter. It's the first week, so you can't imagine he's gonna play too much more than
It's
that.
literally
but-
the very first football.
yeah.
So yeah.
Week 2, we are at the Tennessee Titans. That should be
Mariota, Hoda, whoever.
This
Yeah,
is,
Mariota.
Whatever, fuck him.
Who's there now? Who's their coach?
Yeah, some dude.
Mm.
No,
cares?
It's somebody of he's in his second chance.
What
there
is
down
it?
in Tennessee.
What is it, Malarkey?
Is it Malarkey?
Well, let's look it up. Anyway, while
Friday, fuck those guys. Don't
We have the
look-
Patriots and the
We're
Steelers.
Panthers Poundcast. Don't look up other teams.
Well, we just seem unknowledgeable now about teams we hate.
yeah,
Yeah, we never.
If you're gonna
you're
hate,
making us look
We
stupid.
never said that we were experts.
I'm not an expert at all on
Fuck
teams that I
no.
hate,
We-
except that they suck.
We should make that a disclaimer.
It's a disclaimer.
None of
We're
us
just
are
fans.
experts. We're just
It's
fans.
just fans.
We go to the games. We
I
love
mostly
the
just
team.
hate the other teams more than I like the Panthers. I'm just kidding. It's pretty.
I don't know.
mutual,
It's pretty close.
I guess.
Yeah.
Some days.
I really hate the Falcons.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, week 3, New England Patriots, Tom Brady. So this is the game that we're going to see the starters for probably a half to 3/4 of football. That is big news for Los Pantera, being as his wife is a Patriots fan.
Whose mother owes me $50.
Oh.
It's true, folks.
Oh,
She does.
shit.
She made it bad. I saw there.
And only one of our teams made it to the Super Bowl, and even though we got cheated.
We finally finished better than the Patriots this year. As long as I've known my wife, it'll be 9 years. We've been together this summer. This is the first time in our lives where the Panthers finished the season better than the Patriots.
You know, one of my favorite moments is sitting there in the stands watching that interception on Monday Night Football against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Where Luke Kuechly was totally holding.
But
it doesn't matter. The
saw
ball
the
would have never
interception.
gotten there.
I just saw the interception.
The ball would have
The
never gotten
sound
there.
in the stadium and the feeling, the overwhelming freaking happiness of seeing that. And Brady walking off the sideline screaming at the referee.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Tom Brady.
that was great.
Rumor has it you're a dick.
Yeah, that's a rumor. Rumor section. Tom Brady's a dick.
Rumor has it.
All
Tom
right.
Brady's a dick.
And finally, of course, week 4, we play the same motherfuckers that we always play in week 4 of the preseason.
We
The
love you.
Pittsburgh
Black and yellow.
Steelers.
D-Will, yay.
Yay.
Hooray, Steelers. Stupid yellow towels and dickhead fans. Hooray.
But it's
When fucking Bank of America becomes Pittsburgh for a night.
yeah.
Fucking. If you're listening to this, please God buy some fucking tickets to that game.
Don't sell
Jesus
your tickets this year.
Christ.
Be a proud Panthers fan. If you're listening to this podcast,
This motherfucker's gonna sell his tickets to a Pittsburgh fan.
Totally. That's where the money's at.
what about a New
I mean,
England
I'm
fan?
going to go to the game. I'm selling my extras to your stupid wife for that one.
My wife's not stupid.
Only when she's a Patriots fan in context is she stupid.
She's got a whole bunch of new Pats gear too, man.
Yeah,
She's ready to
stupid
go.
wife. See?
That's awful. That's
Your wife's
just
really
terrible.
awesome sans football.
Yeah.
And her fucking mother.
There's clearly that. And your mom, you gotta be mad at her mom, of course.
Well, yeah, she needs to step up. Smack her
does.
mom in the face a little bit.
She can't fuck around like that. You make a handshake, you make a deal, you have to
And you
fuck,
remember how
make
much
your
shit
bed,
she
you
was
have to
talking
sleep.
in the yard? She's talking all kinds of shit. I was sitting there when we were about 8-0 talking about how I
She has a
know
smile
my
on her
team's.
face the entire
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so funny when you're sad when y'all don't even make the playoffs or some shit. Like, bitch, we're going to the Super Bowl.
They left the house.
Ow!
Weren't we watching?
And we did.
Watching the game, they left the house because we were screaming that one Sunday. It was against the New Orleans game. You guys were over my house. You were there.
Yeah.
So you saw the deal. You know. You can vouch for
I
it.
remember that.
Yeah, you suck, Linda's
You're
mom.
getting called out.
$50.
Little man.
Put that shit
In my hand.
If that money
Doesn't show you owe me, owe me, owe.
Oh, we, oh, we, oh.
Oh, we.
I can't believe you get in the jungle love, Los.
I know. Missed out on the Morris Day opportunity there.
All right.
There's no time.
Well, we've kind of run this into the ground, so we'll catch you guys next week.
But we have 277
R.I.P.,
hours.
Will
What?
Smith, man. Sorry about
Oh yeah, Will
Yeah.
Smith. Condolences, family, friends.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
You hate to see anybody go down like that, even if it's a saint.
Even if it's and then happy recoveries to his wife.
Hey,
hopefully.
Yeah.
You want to talk about worst fucking Panther ever, Ray Caruth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention how awesome
Yeah.
he is.
So he's at the top of all of our lists.
Yeah. Jimmy Clausen,
yeah.
Ray Caruth is worse than you.
Almost not though.
We'll catch you next week for Panthers Poundcast.
Thanks for
I'm
listening.
Master Splinter.
Happy week, guys.
Subscribe
I'm
to
Los
shit.
Pantera.
Yeah.
And tell people that are drunk.
Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on SoundCloud. Like us on Facebook. Fucking
They know where to find us.
Not
Yeah.
obviously not.
look
because
into
there
the
was
sky
a
for our
Reddit
Skywriter
article.
Everybody has
ads.
Has a what?
Has a place to be found. Like, they need to subscribe. They need to
Everyone
find us.
has a place to be found. Words of wisdom. Have a great week.
Oh, oh.